Hey guys, Carlz0r here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Sproggiwood. This is a relatively simple roguelike type game, though I don't mean easy when I say simple. It is actually fairly challenging at times. However, it's maybe a little bit less mechanically complex than some roguelikes you've seen in the past. It does have its own interesting sorts of things going on, though, like the storyline and the stages that you go through, and the sort of permanent progression system going on in the background. It actually makes me think of it more like a roguelite in a lot of ways, but I'll let you guys decide for yourselves exactly what this should be classified as we get into the game and I show you some gameplay here. This is available on Steam. The link will be in the description down below. Let's go. So this is the map, and each time you make your way through the stages, you're treated to a little bit of storyline in the form of like text box and like portraits and stuff like that to narrate what's going on in the story. So far I have the first 4 unlocked, and there are a total of 10 stages. There's still 6 more to go through. And you're seeing these stars down here probably, and you're wondering what that's all about. You might think that that's like my performance on the stage or something. But actually, if I click here, you'll see these 4 check marks and 4 characters with stars underneath them. The stars represent which characters I have beaten this stage as. And there's a total of 6 characters. So far, I haven't unlocked the wizard or the vampire yet, but I do have the farmer, the warrior, the archer, and thief unlocked so far. I've completed the first stage with everybody. I've completed the second stage with everybody except the last guy, and I've only completed the third stage with the farmer. So I only have 1 star here. Every time you unlock a new character, of course, there's a bigger number of stars here, and if you want to get full completion on everything and get these extra gold rewards and also get a new villager in your town, then you do want to go ahead and kind of go back through stages that you've already completed as the new characters in order to unlock all of that. Fortunately, all of the characters play differently enough from each other that it's not really that much of a hassle to go back and recomplete the stages, because the characters play differently, so you'll have a slightly different experience with that stage from playing through it again. There's a little bit of repetition, but it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and click on the town icon, and you'll be able to see the town view here. Now in this view, there's some unimportant things that you can do, such as being able to change what ground tiles are going on here. You can have paths and grass and, let's see, oh, accidentally, yeah, you can make this stone path longer here. You can pick up buildings and move them around, kind of like that. You can also, let's see, I think there's a way to, yeah, you can make it like bigger and more complex. I think that one doesn't really have, oh, yeah, it's adding stuff to it. You can basically change the way the buildings look and stuff. None of that's really important for gameplay or anything. It's just something fun you can mess around with if you like to make a pretty looking town or whatever. Of course, I think you can also move around the trees and stuff. Yeah, you can move around the trees. Anyway, the important thing here is to be able to go to the shop and buy your upgrades. Now these are the permanent upgrades that you'll get to be able to bring into your future runs. So you'll be able to gain experience faster, start with more hit points, items in the shop will cost less, you'll be able to find more cryptic shrines in the dungeons, which are special things that maybe you'll be able to see one as we're playing, and more special vases, which are they're pots that you can break open. Most pots just have a little bit of gold in them, but the special ones, depending on their color, will do other things, like contain more gold, or they might contain a consumable item or something. Now in this tab, this is where things also get pretty interesting. You can buy weapons that you've already found in the dungeons before and bring them in for future runs. And once you buy them, they're unlocked, and you'll be able to start with them on any run that you want to in the future. So you'll be able to start with different weapons, different armor, and different accessories. Yeah, these were accessories. Also, you have a different list for every different character here. So as you can see, I don't have quite as much stuff unlocked for the warrior. I have quite a bit of stuff unlocked for the thief. I mean, I still have to buy this stuff, but it's unlocked in the shop by me finding it in the dungeon, if that makes sense. You find it in the dungeon first, it becomes a weapon that you can unlock in the shop and then bring into future runs by selecting it at the beginning of the run. Hopefully that makes some sense. And yeah, I've barely unlocked anything as the thief at all, because I've only played as the thief once, and that was on the first stage, as you saw before I completed the first stage as the thief. And then you can also buy different consumables to bring with you into the dungeon whenever you want. Stamina potion is cheap, but not all that useful. I might eventually try to unlock the health potion, because it is useful to bring a health potion in with you, but yeah, I don't have that much money right now. I am going to go ahead and go to Big Tree, and I think I will play as the archer to show you guys what this game's all about. And I have one item unlocked from the shop, the frostbarb bow for the thief, so we're going to go ahead and bring that in, and I will start showing you how this game works. So we have your basic up, down, left, right type movement. The cobwebs, if you step into them, they stop you for one turn. That's a spider spawner up there. And hopefully after killing... Oh yeah, the spiders don't really give you any experience points because they spawn infinitely. But yeah, the hive does give you some experience points. And hopefully we'll be able to gain a level nice and quickly here. Ooh. Do I want the fire bow or the frost bow? I think I'd actually rather keep the... I think I'd rather actually take the fire bow. Yeah, because freezing enemies is nice, but damage is really nice too. I should have attacked the spider first so I didn't get hit. Okay, so when you level up, this is where things get different for each character. You get these different abilities, and these 4 abilities are completely different for each character or class in the game. This guy has... Well, the farmer has a ranged attack as his first thing too, but it acts a little bit differently. He gets the ability to throw it in multiple directions. The archer only maintains the ability to shoot it in a single direction at a time. Actually, he can aim it at enemies on the screen, unless he's using piercing shot, in which case it goes in the 4 cardinal directions. The shoot arrow allows you to target anything that you can see and shoot at it, and that's very useful to have early on. The upgrades for that give it a higher chance at getting a critical hit. So for him, I can go ahead and hit the 2 button, and then hit the space bar, and deal a bunch of shots at these guys before they even get close. Now, those small red slimes, when they die, they explode, so you just want to make sure that you're not near them when that happens. They explode in kind of a Bomberman-style line. Now, using your abilities, you may notice, takes up 1 stamina point in this case, and the stamina points are represented by those 5 blue stars in the top right corner there. Fortunately, when you kill an enemy, you get a blue star back. So as long as you don't waste your abilities, you'll be able to maintain a full level of stars all the time. Even if you are using your abilities. Which is useful because a lot of times the first ability that you'll get for a character class is something that you'll be using all the time. Now I'm going to take roll because that's a very useful maneuver. If you ever find yourself in trouble, you can just, I'm going to use this as an example here, hit the 3 key or click it on the UI. You can use the mouse for certain things in this game. I just prefer to use the keyboard. Hit the 3 key and then hit in a direction, and that will get you farther away, out of danger. Didn't really need to do it there, but I went ahead and showed it off as an example anyway. Once again, red slime, be careful because they deal damage when they die. They blow up. Yeah. So that flame pillar is oftentimes taking out multiple enemies for me at once. These pillars with the hearts on them here will restore my health if I bump into them. I'm actually very lucky to find 2 of them on one stage. I'm not going to use them until I'm about ready to leave the stage or until I really need them if I start running low on health. But so far I'm being pretty careful, so I should be alright. There we go. Oopsie. I might want to roll out of there. So if I upgrade my roll ability, I'll be able to roll twice at once if I want to, so I'll be able to get even further away. It rolls me to the nearest wall, and then I could press in another direction to roll again to get, you know, to an even more advantageous spot. However, I think I'm going to take a piercing shot. Yeah, piercing shot. If there's a bunch of enemies in a row, I'll be able to shoot one arrow that will hit multiple targets. By passing through one target and into the next. It won't like bounce around or anything. I think that's what lightning arrow does, although I'm not sure because I've only used it like once. Because it takes a lot of stamina points to use. Okay, I'm gonna need to start meleeing some guys because I'm starting to run low on stamina. But yeah, I already have almost all of my stamina back just by killing a couple guys. The old-fashioned way. Because when you're killing enemies that sometimes they'll take 2 hits... what was I going to say? Oh yeah, and I have a mini-map up there too, just below my stamina points there. Yeah. Also, something worth noting, this little icon here, you can click it and drag it around to find out what different stuff in the game actually does. You can even use it to find out what your different abilities do, and I guess that's about it. Yeah, stuff on the map and stuff on the UI. Where's the staircase down? Here it is. Let's go ahead and head down. So now we have moved into Big Tree. We were outside of Big Tree making our way in. Now we are inside. Oh, can we get those two to line up? Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Moved right back into it. I didn't realize somebody else was still about to blow up. Haha, nice. Sorry if that was a little bit loud. The game kind of, when it repeats its sound effects over itself, it makes them louder and louder, kind of like Kerbal Space Program used to do. And just melee him. Oh. Get away from him. Another level up. So now we can get Lightning Arrow. Let's go ahead, and even though that costs 3 stamina points to use every time we want to use it, let's go ahead and try it out. Ooh, this would be a good chance to try it, I think. 5. Boom. Wait, what did that even do? Hang on. That ability kind of sucked, if it did what I think it did. It seems like it's electrocuting stuff around it or something, but I don't know how effective it's actually being. It's kind of weird. Oh, these little things on the ground are teleporters. You don't see them very often, at least not in the early stages. Frostbarb bow, that's what we started with. No, I think I'll stick with the fire one. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm not really seeing what kind of effect that lightning arrow is having. Maybe, what does it say? Shoots lightning arrow along a random path. I don't know what it means along a random path, though, because I'm choosing where it goes. Maybe there's like an arrow that comes off of that arrow that goes in a random direction. I don't know. I don't get that ability. I like the ultimate abilities of some of the other characters a lot better, in fact. Oh. Oh. See a guy. He's just teleporting all over the place somewhere. Die already. There we go. I like to clear floors before I go down to the next one. Get a higher chance of finding more gold and more loot and stuff like that if you make sure to clean an area out before you leave. should use my roll ability a little bit more often. There we go. Oh boy. Higher critical chance with my arrows would be nice. Oh, Vest of the Potter. Healed 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 HP whenever you break a pot. Let's take that. Plus 5 HP as well. Oh, I don't have enough stamina. Let's get out of there. That shink noise that it made means that I got a critical hit. And yes, you can also roll through enemies. You can also roll over trap spaces on the ground and stuff. Some jellies, when you kill them, they'll leave different kinds of jelly on the ground that behave differently. Oops. And you can roll over those with the with the roll ability. You can also roll through portals and doors and stuff that would normally send you to other places. I found out. Need to break open some pots and get some health back. I'm surprised I haven't found any consumables yet. Oh, there should be one in that blue pot, I think. Ah, scroll of teleportation. That is one of those weird shrines that will change something, that will do like a random thing. Let's see what this one does. Oh, so it's just a random teleport. Sometimes it'll heal you, sometimes it'll summon a bunch of enemies to fight, sometimes there's a number of different things that can happen. It can turn all the enemies on the screen into pottery, which is kind of nice because then you can get a bunch more gold and stuff. So yeah, if I'm... Oh, there's the boss of this stage. Normally there's a little cutscene that plays out before he appears, but apparently in this case they didn't feel the need to have that happen. Probably because I've already beaten this stage once before as somebody else. Okay, I'm out of stamina, and this guy still has a fair amount of health. So, what do we do about this? The boss might kill me. I can kind of trick him into staying caught over there for a little while. Yep, that went ahead and killed me. Okay, so I died to the boss, but you guys got to see basically how the gameplay goes there. We can return to the map, and we still got some gold out of that, even though we failed. So, if 901 gold is enough to buy anything that we might want to bring in, then yeah, we could go ahead and buy the health potion. And I'll just show you really quick that now that we've bought that health potion, if we try to go in as the archer again, That's just something that we can start with now, and I'm pretty sure that that will stay, just like the weapons do, that'll stay unlocked even if I bring it in with me. It's not like it's going to use it up or anything. So that's kind of part of the permanent upgrade sort of system that we have going on there. There's a bunch of different items with a bunch of different effects, like this one that allows you to pray at shrines more than once, and yeah, what was that called? It was the key to the hearts of gods or something? Yeah. It allows you to pray at shrines twice. You can sip potions twice. Your fire attacks do more damage. There was something else interesting that I was thinking about. It was a consumable, and it was a potion that did something kind of cool. Oh, Identity Crisis Potion. It scrambles up all your powers, so you might end up with a better configuration or a worse configuration, depending on luck, I guess. Anyway, so that is Sproggiwood. That's all I'm going to show for now. Hopefully you guys got a pretty good idea of what the game's all about. Link for it will be in the description down below if you want to buy it from Steam. If it's available, and I think it's also available on Humble Bundle, I'll try to include a link to that too. Anyway, that'll be it for now. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.